Hello, and welcome to another edition of Coffee Talk with immigration attorney Brian D. Lerner. In this particular video, we're talking about an interesting issue, primarily from the Philippines. Um, a lot of times, when people get married in the Philippines, they want to get a divorce and marry somebody else later and be petitioned by the U.S. But the fact of the matter is that there is no divorce in the Philippines. So what happens a lot of times is, for example, one of the parties will come over to the U.S., will will get a divorce legally in the U.S., and then be petitioned or get married again over here, and then be petitioned to come in. Some people will go back to the Philippines and get married there. And there's an issue in question of what law applies when they are petitioned again. Well, there's certain cases that came out. Actually, one came out back in 1967, which was a similar case such as this one. Only in this particular one, the U.S. citizen had actually gone back to the U.S. to get the divorce, and then the Filipino citizen had married someone else in the Philippines, and the judge saw the divorce certificate, saw everything, and still allowed it to go through as far as the marriage. So it was determined that the marriage was valid there because there was nothing against public policy by, at least under Filipino law, by the sole purpose of someone coming to the U.S. to get a divorce and then going back to the Philippines, because it was the U.S. citizen that had done that. Now, if the Filipino citizen comes to the U.S., gets a divorce, and then gets married here and has a petition, there's no problem, because under U.S. law, the divorce is absolutely recognized, and under immigration law, they need to look at the sister state judgments and so forth. But if the Filipino citizen came here for the sole purpose of getting divorced, then went back to the Philippines to get married again, it is very likely that that would not be followed and would not be permitted, because against their public policy of leaving the country for the sole purpose of getting a divorce. So it really depends on whether or not the judge in the Philippines will agree to issue the marriage certificate in that particular case. Okay, more in the coming videos.